चलो सर. Again, very good afternoon to all of you guys. Just confirm this once, whether I'm audible to everybody. And let me just quickly turn on the. Chalo. So YouTube also I've turned it on. Chalo sir. Chalo SK. Good afternoon, Reena. Very good afternoon. SK, what is your name, brother? What is your name, brother? If I may know. It's very awkward to call you SK, right? If you can please tell me your name. Chalo. So again, everyone, Sagar, chalo. So everyone, I hope I'm audible, visible. Seguthang, very good afternoon. Very good afternoon. Chalo. Sum of factors that ends. Reena, yeah, Reena. Sum of factors that ends in 0 means it's a multiple of 10, right? We have done this question. Perfect. Rohit Bhattacharya, okay. Rohit is from my like Biradri. Good afternoon, brother. Sujatha, very good afternoon. Very good afternoon. Chalo. Very good afternoon to each and every one of you guys. So let us start with our class. For the like Reena, for this 1200 thing, na? So just a quick word. So keep 10 as your bouncer. I'd given you bouncer concept. So 10 and this 120 you can write 2 into 5 into 2 square into 3 for 12, right? So just 2 cube into 3 into 5. So now you can figure out whatever is the number of factors of this, that is the number of factors that of 1200 that ends in 0. Perfect. Reena, so let's not get into that. We'll do that in the advanced maths classes. Perfect. So chalo everyone. So today again it's a foundation. We'll start from basics of ratio and proportion today. Okay, and do not look at those for anybody else other than Reena. Uh, so again, ratio and proportion. Ratio and proportion. I'll take a total of 5 classes on this. A total of 5 classes on this. So we'll start from absolute basics and we will go till the tier 2 level. We will Acha, this was HW problem. Okay, so like whatever is the answer, you see now, it will be 4 into 2 into 2. Whatever is this, that is your answer. Whatever is this, that is the answer. 4 4 is 16 will be the answer. Okay. Acha, sum of factors they're asking. Okay, so this is number of factors. Sum of factors you can do. You can do, right? So 1, 2, 4, and like this 8, and one like 4, and this is 6. So just multiply. You just multiply. Now, I'll take total of 5 classes in this topic and we will start from absolute basics and we will be ending at the tier 2 level. ठीक है? So आज का class, today's class will be absolute basics. So we will learn on like first 2 classes generally what I do in this batch. First 2 classes we will do like kind of dwell in basics only. First we'll do like ratios, then proportions. So first 2 classes will be very basic, very lightweight classes. Then we'll move on to the like the typical parts, difficult parts, like that. Yeah, absolutely. Rina, no need to thank. 360. Then Satish has also got 360, so that might be the correct answer. No worries. Okay, chalo sir. Let's start with our questions. Let's start with our logic. Sir, first things first. First things first. Please understand. Sir, ratio. Can anybody tell me what is a ratio? What is ratio, sir? Ratio hota kya hai, sir? What is exactly ratio? Anybody? What exactly is ratio, sir? as we are starting from basic, what exactly is ratio, sir? Please understand, ratio at the end of the day is a very relative term. Is a very, very, very relative term. Now, what do I mean by relative? Say, for example, if I say last two comments, comparison perfect. So, Rohit and Reena, both are R's. Rohit and Sagar, chalo. So, Rohit is here and Sagar is here. Okay. So, if I say Rohit's income and Sagar's income, that is in the ratio 3:4. Now, please understand, these are not absolutes. It does not mean कि Rohit earns 3 rupees and Sagar earns like 4 rupees. It means if Rohit earns 3 rupees, then Sagar earns 4 rupees, or vice versa. Meaning, if Sagar earns 4 rupees, Rohit earns 3 rupees. So that means if Rohit earns 30 rupees, Sagar will earn 40 rupees. If Rohit earns 30,000 rupees, Sagar will earn 40,000 rupees. If Rohit earns 30 crore rupees, Rohit will earn 40 crore rupees. Right? Please understand. So it is always comparison between two similar quantities. It is always comparison. Ravi, very good afternoon, Ravi. Very, very good afternoon. Smallest number when two numbers are, yeah, works. But again, please conceptually, please understand. Do not always give your answer in terms of numbers, right? We are talking about quantities. Why? Please understand. If I say, for example, once you get the job, if you work 25 days in a week, you will get 1 lakh rupees, rather 1 lakh rupees as the salary. So can you find the ratio between the number of days you have worked along with the salary that you have got? Yes, Sagar, there are people who earns 40 crores. Okay. Always remember, keep your dreams high. Okay. There are people who is earning this, that too less than in a time, in a duration that is less than a month. Again, Seguthang is saying 1:4. But again, brother, you cannot take a ratio. Ratio can only be taken between two similar quantities. Two similar quantities only you can take ratio. You cannot take ratio between, this is number of days. The unit, you think about unit, this is days. And this is said the unit is rupees. You cannot take a ratio between these two. You cannot take a ratio between these two. This is not defined even. You see, this is the basic that you need to understand. This is the basic that you need to understand. You cannot take a ratio between two quantities which are not similar to each other. That cannot be done. That is absolutely not done. You cannot do that. Clear, everyone? Everybody clear? Everyone clear? 25,000 rupees per day. No, 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 absolutely not. Absolutely not. You cannot take a ratio. You can do all sorts of stuff, but you cannot take a ratio. Technically, you cannot take a ratio. Mathematics does not allow you to take that. Everyone clear? A quick yes or no. Everybody, a very, very basic stuff we are doing. Please give me a quick yes or no. Everybody, please give me a very, very, very quick yes or no. Clear? Clear, sir? Clear, clear, clear? Kiska? Pantala, yes, I have missed your brother. Good evening. I missed your comment. Chalo, chalo, chalo. Sujatha, yes, chalo. So again, if I've missed anyone's comment, please forgive me for that. So again, please do comment once. I tend to check all the comments. Now, sir, types of ratios that we'll need. First type is, sir, compound ratio. Very important. We'll need this concept. Please understand. Please understand. I always say one thing. If you take your whole arithmetic, Why I start with percentage and ratio? Please understand. If you take your whole arithmetic, you will see one thing, one simple pattern. Sir, I always say there are only two chapters. One chapter is called percentage, another chapter is called ratio. Now, please understand, the person or the student or the aspirant who understands both these two, and moreover, the interrelation between these two chapters, they understand everything, every chapter of arithmetic. Why? Because you understand this ratio and percentage, these two concepts you will need in every chapter. Say if you take a chapter, say profit and loss. What is that? Percentage is profit you take, loss you take anything. At the end of the day, like profit is what? Percentage of CP. Interest, say simple interest, it is what? Percentage on principal. Sir, you go into ratio, speed, time and distance. You go into like time and work. You go into partnership. What are those chapters? Sir, purely based on ratio, sir. At the end of the day, you are doing ratio calculations. Those chapters are purely based on whether you know ratio or not. Please understand this. Yes, absolutely. So these two are the chapters, nothing else. Understand this. तो नाम में बहुत सारा chapters है. By name you have so many chapters. Actually there are only two chapters. You see, compound ratio. Compound, like why I'm saying what I'm saying. Ratio, please, that is why it's very, very important to learn the basics of ratios. Compound ratio, we are going to use this concept. Kaha kaha? We are going to use this concept wherever you see there is a relation like this. One variable into another variable is equal to third variable. Now you see in how many chapters you get that. Partnership may you get this. Investment into time is equal to profit. Sir, partnership may we can use this. Speed into time is equal to distance. In speed, time, distance we'll use it. Sir, efficiency into time is equal to total work. Time and work may we'll use it. In percentage chapter vagera also we are going to use this concept. So please understand compound ratio. These are the fundamentals of arithmetic. You have to understand this. You have to learn this properly. What manipulations can you do inside a compound ratio? How can you think about the compound ratio? These are the small things, small little things that will give you that edge that you are looking for. You see, getting very close to the cutoff, 2-3 marks you only need, and just getting over it. The difference is only this. Yahi chota chota cheez. These small little things will kind of make the difference. Okay? So chalo, let's learn. Let's learn compound ratio. Compound ratio is generally defined between two or more than two ratios. So if I say there is a ratio A, ratio B. There is a ratio C, ratio D. Sir, what will be the compound ratio between these two? Sir, it is always multiplication. You write it like this or you think like this, sir. A ratio B, C ratio D. Think like this, sir. Multiplication of the antecedents. These are called antecedents, the first terms. And these are called decedents, the second terms. Right? So again, it will be, sir, A into C, ratio B into D. So this is your compound ratio, sir. But again, what I am saying, sir, please understand, whenever you are applying this, remember, if something can be cancelled over here, you can use your arithmetic operations over here. You can use your arithmetic operations over here, sir. Now, what do I mean by arithmetic operations? Let me give you an example. Let me give you guys an example. Let me give you guys an example here. You'll understand it better. So if I say there is a ratio 3 ratio 4 and I'm saying there is another ratio 12 ratios or 18 or rather let's take 12 ratio 21. I need to figure out the compound ratio or partnership. This is the investment ratio. This is the time ratio. What will be the profit sharing ratio? What I'm saying, you do not need to multiply all this. what you do, sir, what you need to do is this. So 3 sevens are 21, 4 threes are 12. The answer, so the ratio will be, sir, 3 ratio, sir. You see, this is how you need to learn compound ratio. This is how you need to learn compound ratio. Ki, sir, we can do this in any compound. Whenever you are taking compound ratio, you can do this. Now, not only about 2. If you have 3, you can do this. If you have 3, you can also say there is another ratio. Say for example, 3 ratio 4, or rather 5 ratio 6. Answer 20 ratio 27. Sir, can I do anything? Chalo na, sir. Absolutely, we can do. Sir, 3 twos are 6. 2 tens are this. 2 fives are this. Anything can be done? No, sir. Nothing can be done. So your answer will be, sir, the ratio will be, sir, 5 into 5, 25. Ratio 2 into 27, sir, 50. That is your ratio. That is your compound ratio. So please do these things. These will save you. Otherwise, what everybody does, sir, multiply all 3 into multiply all 3. No. Do the operations, whatever you can do. Whatever you can do, you do it here. Sujatha, no, 5 ratio 8. No. I cannot cancel it anymore. 5 ratio 8, last one? No. Sujatha, I cannot cancel anymore. Sujatha, you see, I cannot cancel this anymore. Right? So this is how we use compound ratio. Now, you might have this question, sir. Why can we do this? Again, foundation, we are learning. So there is a very strong chance you are having this particular question, sir. Why are we able? Why can we do this? Why का आंसर भी जब पता होना चाहिए, because like we won't learn. We are learning here. I am not a big believer of learning blind, sir. This is the formula you do. No, that is not the right approach. I don't think so. So please understand. 3 ratio 4. Sir, any ratio can be written as a fraction. And compound ratio means what? It means multiplication. It means at the end of the day, sir, it means multiplication, sir. A into C, B into D. So multiplication means into, sir. Second ratio is, sir, 5 into 6 into, sir. Third ratio is 20 by 27. You see, if you want, you can also think like this as well. Now, you see, I don't even need to explain why you can do what you can do. I don't even need to explain to you guys anymore why you can cancel. Because everybody knows fraction hai to sir cancel to we can do. This we have learned in class 2. This we have already learned in our class second class. Everybody, tell me whether this concept is clear or not. Please tell me whether this concept of compound ratio is clear or not. Everyone, clear? Everybody, 100% clear? 100% clear, sir? Clear? Clear. Again, only learning will not be enough. We have to use these concepts. You guys have to use these concepts whenever you are practicing. Perfect. Everyone, there is only one rule in the class. You have to be interactive with me. Clear? Indu, yes. चलो बाकी लोग. So what happened to Rohit Bhattacharya is that the surname Bhattacharya is surname of my like aunts, because I'm Chatterjee. So Chatterjee, Bhattacharya, these are all like Brahmins actually. Okay, so Bengali. So that is the reason Bhattacharya. I told he he is from my biradari. चलो sir. Now the next thing that comes is Inverse ratio. Again, very, very, very important. CGL, I don't know, for some weird reasons, CGL asks you direct questions from here. Not only CGL, RRB ka, you go for NTPC, you go for ALP, you go for JE, you go for SI exams, जो RPF का exams. These exams have some like kind of weird tendency of asking questions directly from here. Okay. Now inverse ratio. Inverse ratio is what, sir? Sir, if I say there is a ratio A, ratio B, sir. Inverse ratio, can anyone tell me? Sir, you will say, sir, inverse ratio is B ratio A. Now, generally from here, I've seen many students develop some misconception from here. What type of misconception? So now if I say, can anyone tell me there is a ratio A, ratio B, ratio C? What will be the inverse ratio? What is going to be the inverse ratio, anyone? What is going to be the inverse ratio? Anybody? Anybody? Please, if anyone is thinking, sir, it will be, sir, C ratio B ratio A. Let me say this is incorrect. This is incorrect. Yes, Sagar, you are correct. So please understand, A ratio B ratio C. A ratio B, from there we have like written B ratio A. But sir, there is some algorithm involved here. There is some algorithm involved here. The algorithm is not, certainly not, sir, just swap it or change it. ऐसा नहीं है, sir. Inverse ratio, that is where the definition is. अरे क्या हो रहा है? Definition is becomes important. So definition is what? Inverse ratio means ratio of the inverses. Inverse ratio stands for ratio of the inverses. So meaning, if I say inverse ratio of A ratio B, inverse of A ratio inverse of B. Now how to deal with this? Always, whenever you have a situation like this, you do what? So take the LCM of these denominators. Take the LCM of these denominators and you multiply with that LCM. Here the AB is the LCM. So if you do that, AB by A, so what I'll do, sir, AB divided by A, ratio AB divided by B. I'm multiplying the ratio with AB. So AB by A, sir, AA cancels, BB cancels. So we are having this. So please understand, this is the algorithm. This is the algorithm. This is how it works. So for this, what will happen? Sir, it will be, sir, 1 by A, ratio 1 by B, ratio 1 by C. And once we get to this, we will say, sir, we will multiply with ABC, sir, because ABC is the LCM of the denominators. So if you do that, B into C, ratio, B will become, sir, C into A, ratio, it will become, sir, A into B. Now, this is how to figure out inverse ratios. Now, I'll give you a simple little shortcut. I will give you guys a simple little shortcut, sir. What shortcut? Sir, remember, if you have a ratio like this, and you need to figure out the inverse ratio, you need to figure out the inverse ratio, sir. What you will do, sir? Sir, instead of A, sir, you write these two multiplied, the other two multiplied, sir, B into C, ratio. Instead of B, sir, you write other two multiplied, A into C, sir. Instead of C, sir, you write other two multiplied, A into B, sir. That is your inverse ratio, sir. You don't need to do anything. You do not need to do. You see, that is exactly what we have got. That is exactly what we have actually got. Anytime you need to figure out the inverse ratio for three different, like a ratio having three elements, you do it like this. And again, let me say, this will be required. If like I'm going to the question, you will get to see in just in a second. You will get to see this just in 1 second. Just in 1 second. Everybody clear, sir? Everybody clear? Everybody 100% clear? Inverse ratio. Sir, for yes, Sagar, you can do that. You can do that. But again, honestly speaking, that is correct. But you do not need that, honestly. Why? Because like the at the end of the day, you see, we are also preparing for the exam. वही हम लोग वही करते हैं जितना एग्जाम में आते. But again, if you want to go ahead, na, I will be the first person to do that. क्योंकि I'm very much uh, okay with like going far like ahead. Like those who are my older students, they know. मेरे को बहुत मजा आता है जितना आगे जा सकते. But again, like your logic is 100% correct. 100% correct. You see na, the logic I've given you, if there are, चलो एक बार कर ही लेते. एक बार कर ही लेते, sir. Sir, Sagar is saying, what about, sir, 4? If there are 4, then what I'll need, sir? You tell me, sir. That means, let's go step by step. This is the inverse ratio, sir. Sir, LCM of the denominators will be the multiplication of 4. That means A, B, C, D. Now, if I multiply, what will happen, sir? A will cancel, B, C, and D will remain. So, B, C, and D will remain, sir. So, meaning, sir, instead of A, I will get multiplication of this ratio. Instead of B, what will happen, sir? Instead of B, I'll get the multiplication of other three, A, C, D, sir. Instead of C, I'll write the other three, A, B, D, sir. Instead of D, I'll write the other three, A, B, C, sir. Correct? Perfect. Chalo, बढ़िया. Sir, what use will have of this? What use will have of this? मैं दिखाता हूँ, रुक जाओ. Sir, CGL 19 question है, sir. So 3A is equal to 4B is equal to, sir, 5C. Excuse me. If you have a question like this, and again, this is, I've just taken one question. You solve PYQs, you will get at least 5 to 10 questions of this exact type. Just values will be different. The values will be different. Reena has given answer already. Remember one thing. If you have something like this, and also this is also asked in form of a like word problem as well. 3 times A share. You see, कैसे देगा? 1260 rupees have been divided between 3 friends A, B, and C in such a manner that 3 times A share is equal to 4 times B share is equal to 5 times of C's like share. Find the value, like difference between the shares of A and C. Like it's a PYQ. It's a PYQ. The values will differ definitely. The values I've just given you randomly. But this is how they give. Remember, if something like this is given, 3A equal to 4B equal to 5C, remember always, sir, A ratio B ratio C always is equal to, sir, inverse ratio of the coefficients. Now, you might have the question, sir, why? I'll give you the answer to that why as well. Don't worry. क्यों वो भी मैं बताऊंगा. Sir, inverse ratio of coefficients means inverse ratio of 3, 4, and 5. Sir, anybody now can say what is that ratio. Instead of 3, I'll write 4 into 520. Instead of 4, I'll write 5 into 315. Instead of 5, I'll write 3 into 412. Sir. That is your answer directly. You see how this is how You solve questions in 10 seconds. 20, 15, 12. Option number 2 is the answer. Option number 2 is the answer, sir. Everybody clear? Now, there might be a question around the corner, sir. Why? You are saying, why are you saying, sir, this will be the inverse ratio? Let's see. Sir, for that, the traditional method you need, that is, sir, I'm taking this is key. So tell me from here, from this line, can I say 3a is equal to k? So a is equal to, sir, k divided by 3. 4b is equal to k is equal to, sir, k divided by 4. 5c is equal to k. So c is equal to, sir, k divided by 5. अरे यार sir, A ratio B ratio C will be what, sir? K by 3 ratio K by 4 ratio K by 5. K cancels, sir. So it is 1 by 3 ratio 1 by 4 ratio 1 by 5. And as far as I know it, this is called the inverse ratio of coefficients. This is called the inverse ratio of coefficients. You see why I'm saying this? You are getting my point. Why I'm asking you to do this? Because now, why I'm saying use this concept, because this will be repeated many times. If it was a one-off question कि एक ही तरह का question है, then I would have said no need to do like repeat. Yes, please. Yeah, absolutely. Say good thing. Definitely I'll repeat. Definitely. You see, और एक बार. No worries, no worries. चलो और एक बार जल्दी से. Let's see. Everyone. Sir, brother, you see, 3a is equal to k, right? Segutham, I've written 3a is equal to k. So that means a will be equal to what, brother? K by 3. 4b is equal to k. Similarly, can I write then b will be equal to k by 4. 5c is equal to k. C will be again equal to k by 5. So A ratio B ratio C will be A is K by 3, B is K by 4, C is K by 5. Then K cancels, and from there we are getting 1 by 3, 1 by 4, 1 by 5. And you see, this is only the inverse ratio of 3, 4 and 5. 3, 4 and 5 inverse ratio of that is 1 by 3, ratio 1 by 4, ratio 1 by 5. Perfect, brother. Sekutang, clear? Clear, everyone? Everybody clear? Everybody, this is 100% clear. You guys will be able to do this. You guys will be able to do this. Now, I want all of you guys to do it like this directly. You will just, you see, exam hall में इतना भी कुछ नहीं करना है. See here, sir, 3, 4, 5. Sir, answer is 4 5s are 20. Sir, that means 20 means answer can be B, C and D. Or अच्छा 4 भी है, हो सकता है. Then, sir, instead of B, 3 and 5, 15. So, sir, answer 20 and 15 is there. That's the answer. I'll not even check the last one. Option देखो 2 सेकंड में आंसर डालो. Perfect, clear, perfect. चलो. So you need to be as fast as possible, as swift as possible, right? चलो sir. Now, another thing that I need to explain to you guys is comparison. This I've done in the fraction comparison class, but again, comparison between ratios. Now, please understand, ratio comparison is actually very similar to comparison between fractions. Even it is simpler. Why? Sir, ratios at the end of the day is what, sir? At the end of the day, ratio is nothing but a fraction. Right? We all know this. We have just seen this. Sir, that means 3 ratio 4. So while comparing, now we will treat this as 3 by 4. And say, if always remember, if there are two ratios or two fractions, 3 by 4 and say 7 by 9. Sir, how to compare? The best way to compare always is to do this. Sir, always start from the left top. Start from left top. Remember this technique. Best technique, okay? Cross multiply. 3 into 9 sir 27. Write it down. And multiply the other cross. 4 into 7 sir 28. Which one you see greater? 27 is greater or 28 is greater? So this is greater. So whatever is this sign, that is the same sign here. So that means this one's greater. That means this one's greater. Always. Always you can follow this. But again, the only rule, you have to start from left top. That is that element. That is that element. Clear everyone? Everybody clear, sir? Everybody, sir, clear? For example, another. 5 by 13, 7 by 16. So let's see now, sir. Sir, left top will start from left top, sir, 5 into 16, 80, sir. 7 into 13, sir. How much, sir? 7 into 13, sir, 91. This is greater, sir. This is greater. 7 by 16 is greater. 7 by 16 is greater. Perfect? Perfect, sir. Now, another very important shortcut, let me give you. A very, very, very useful shortcut. If I ask you 3 by 5 and 5 by 7, which one is greater? You do not need to do all those stuff. You can say, remember one thing. If you see, what is the difference between the numerator as well as the denominator? Numerator and the denominator, which one is, what is the difference? What is the difference? Acha, yes. What is the difference? I cannot see your comment, Sagar. That is why I checked. Laptop में है, इधर नहीं है. Sir, difference is 2, sir. Sir, what is the difference here, sir? Also 2. Remember, if the difference is same, if you can see the difference is same, na, sir, always remember the fraction having the bigger values will always be greater. Will always be greater, sir. Now, this fraction, like this difference can be anything. This difference can be anything. Now, you might say, sir, what is a numerator? Like, which one greater? Sir, remember, understand one thing. If the difference is same, and sir, if numerator is greater, then denominator must be greater. Because differences has to be constant. Na? Difference has to be constant. Meaning, sir, you see, where actually we use it na? For bigger values. 21 divided by 111. And sir, 43 and sir 1, 2, 3. What happens is that you see over here the problem. We can use this normal technique. This is the general technique. Sir, multiply. But sir, who will do the multiplication? I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. मेरे को बुरा लगता है. Right? Sir, who will do this multiplication? 123 into 21. Right? It's tough. So to get rid of that, to actually get rid of that, you see, arey yaar. To get rid of that, sir, you see, this is the gap of 90, sir, difference. This is also, sir, gap of 90. 90 है ना, sir? गलत कर दिया क्या मैंने? अरे, sorry. 133 होना चाहिए था भाई. Extremely sorry. So gap of 90, sir. Right? What you will do? What you will do? Sir, you will say, sir, what is greater? So this one's greater. This is always. The bigger values, wherever you see bigger values, that is always greater. Not my trick, brothers. Everyone. This is all. I have also learned these things. Okay. So these are all there for thousands of years. So हम लोग like हमारे देश में ही बने हैं, sir. These are all. Yes. Brother, in the YouTube, I cannot actually read your name, brother. I cannot read that language. So again, appreciate your comment. ठीक है? चलो sir. You see why I have given you what I have given you. See CGL 19 में फिर से question. Sir, 3 by 4, 1 by 2, 2 by 5, 1 by 3. Now again, always remember before you start solving the question, your biggest asset in your total quant syllabus, be it advanced maths, be it your like arithmetic, remember, is your common sense. Nothing can beat that. Nothing can or nothing will beat that. Remember this. Okay? Sir, first things first. Not everything is about theories and everything. Smallest they are asking. They are asking smallest. Sir, first things first. Sir, out of this and this, I have just given you one theory. अभी मैंने एक theory दिया. Like this is like you don't actually need the theory. Sir, this is 0.75. This is 0.5. This is low. Like this is lesser. This is less. Or rather, you can say, sir, the gap is 1. Gap is 1. This is smaller value. So this fraction will be smaller. Whatever you want to take it. But again, you do not need it. Now, sir, 1 by 2 and 2 by 5. Sir, how to calculate, sir? Again, if you use a little bit of common sense, you will say, sir, this is again smaller. Why, sir? Why again? Like that's a very valid point, sir. Why, sir, this is smaller? Sir, you see, it is 2 by 4. 1 by 2 means 2 by 4. And 2 by 5. Which one's like greater, sir? It is dividing 2 in 4 parts. It is dividing 2 in 5 parts. You can think like this. Or if you are saying, no, sir, I'm not willing to think in this fashion. So in that case, you have this 1 into 5, you do 5, 2 into 2, you do 4. So this is greater, so this is greater. ऐसे करो. Sir, again, sir, 2 by 5 and 1 by 3. So till now, among these three, this is the least. So I'll just check last two. So 2 by 5 and 2 by 5 and sir 1 by 3. Multiply, sir, 2 3s are 6, 5 1s are 5. Sir, which one's less? This one's less. So the answer is, sir, this. This one's the least. Sir, 1/3 is the 1:3 is the least fraction or the smallest fraction. Yes. Now I was about like kind of the next part. Sir, you will say, sir, utna sab chodo na, sir. Sir, let's talk about percentage. So 3 by 4. We have done percentage, we know. Sir, this is 50%. This is 40%. 1 by 5 is 20%. 2 by this. So this is 33.33%. Sir, which one is least? Sir, this one is least. Chalo, sir, direct answer. But again, if you know these values. But again, you see, these are all manipulations. For this question, this method was better. Now, if the values are not that simple, if the values are 1 by 3 ke jagah, instead of giving you 1 by 3, suddenly they decided let's say 1 by 13. Then what will do, sir? Right? So there can be, now you see, it depends on how they want to make the question. Now you cannot take a chance. This is not a lottery, right? You are doing preparation. So please understand, your preparation should be it 1/3, be it 1 by 13, be it 1 by 23. You should be prepared for each and every scenario. Kuch bhi de de, I'll be able to answer. Clear? Sagar? 1 by 2 and yes, definitely Muskan. 1 by 2, like which method, sister, tell me, Muskan, which method you want me to repeat? The last one, the percentage one? The adhaya. Okay, perfect. Adhaya. I'll call you by that name. Sujata, in that case, the basic method, the cross multiplication. In case the difference is not similar, there is no other method. There are certain different methods like those we'll do in the advanced math section in the fraction class. Don't worry. वो भी करेंगे और थोड़ा दो चार चीजें है रेशियो में नहीं लगेगा. Those will do in the fraction decimal class. Yeah. You see, this is na 5 greater than 4. You see, Muskan, we did this 1 by 2 and 2 by 5 we are comparing. Okay, so cross multiplication starting from the left top, Muskan. So 1 into 5 is 5, sir. And again these two multiplication, 2 into 2, 4. So 5 is greater. So that is why I have written ki this is greater. Clear? Clear, Muskan? Clear? This technique I've just, acha, I guess you just joined, na? You have just joined in that case. So we have just explained, I've just explained this, na, ye wala. So I'll request you एक बार just go once the class is over, na? This part is done. You continue the class from here. Once the class is over, within an hour or so, you'll get the recording. So just go through the recording once. And if you have a problem, you ask me tomorrow or in the advanced class in the 4 p.m. class. Like I'll be more than happy to reply to any doubts that you might have. Also, there is the community. You can post it in community. I generally reply back. Okay? No worries. Sir, basic question, sir. Compound ratio. सर कैसे करेंगे मैंने बताया 3/4 6/7 compound ratio is given as this. Sir, first things first, sir. First things first. 3 3s are 9 ratio we are getting 7 2s are 14. This is the compound ratio that we are getting. But sir, according to the question, they have given you 36 ratio x. They have given you the compound ratio is 36 ratio x. Now find the anchor point. Sir, anchor point is this, sir. Meaning, sir, 9, I have to make this 936. How to do that? Sir, by multiplying 4, na? 4 9s are 36. Now, if I am multiplying this by 4, I have to multiply this by 4 as well. So the value of x is how much, sir? 4 14s are done. Option number 2, sir. Is this clear? Yes. Reena, Sagar, Tushar, Lakshmi, I'm calling you, okay? Lakshmi, perfect, perfect, perfect. Adhya, yes, perfect. You are also correct. You are also correct. Perfect. Done. Very, very, very simple stuff. Very, very simple stuff. Right, sir? Moving on. Sir, ऐसा दिया है तो क्या करें? CHSL. Again, you see, I've taken CGL, CHSL, like some NTPC, like different questions because I want to cover all the types. Okay? Now, please understand. I'm not asking questions. I'm asking like you guys to solve. Just listen to me for like 10 seconds. Just listen to me for 10 seconds. Then we'll solve. Okay? You guys will be able to solve. Tell me one thing. Tell me one thing. देखो कैसे सोचना होता है. How to think. I'm showing you how to think, how to approach. I know you guys will be able to answer. I don't want answers. Sir, a ratio is given to you. Ratio we have started from there, that is a relative term. Sir, what are they asking? Sagar, Sujata, no need to answer, no need to answer. What they're asking, sir? Sir, they are asking something that is also a ratio, that is also something relative. सोचो अच्छे से. Try to understand this. The fundamentals. Sir, relative term they are giving, relative term they are asking. Meaning, in these situations, I can assume anything. Because relative they are asking. They are asking something that is completely relative. So meaning I can assume anything. I do not need to take anything. What I'll take as the values of x, y, and z. Only thing that I need to keep in mind, this condition should be satisfied. The ratio should remain 3, 4, and 5. बाकी सब मेरे हाथ में. बाकी सब मेरे हाथ में. Any question. In questions also, remember, percentage and ratio, both are relative terms. Both are relative terms. So if something of this is given and something of the other is asking, percentage diya hai, percentage they are asking. They have given you ratio, they are asking ratio. Or they have given you percentage, asking ratio. Given you ratio, asking percentage. All are relative given, relative asking. meaning you can ask, you can like assume anything. So best thing to like things to assume here, the values itself. So x is 3, y is 4, z is 5. Best things to assume, sir. Why? Calculation ही नहीं करना होगा. We do not need to do anything. You're getting my point. Why I'm saying this, sir? X by y, 3 by 4. Y by z, 4 by 5. Z by x, 5 by 3. So multiplication 3, 4, 5, they are consecutive numbers starting with, or they are co-prime numbers. Multiplication 3, 4, 5 will be, sir, 60 से multiply कर दो, sir. LCM is 60. Multiply this by 60, that is the LCM. LCM of the denominators. So 60, say if I multiply, 4 15s are this, 15 3s are 5 to 12s are this, 12 4s are 3 20s are this, 12 like 25s are done, sir. है क्या? 45 48 hundreds done. Clear? Everybody clear, sir? Everybody, sir, clear? Very, very, very simple. Everybody clear? Now, one simple thing, let me just give you simple information actually. Nothing to remind. Duplicate ratio and triplicate ratio. Because in the RRB exams, they have asked couple of questions. Like what happens now? This is not any rocket science. But again, if you don't know what duplicate ratio is, like they will ask you a question and you will faltu sa give them away 1 marks. Duplicate ratio is nothing but there is a ratio A, ratio B. If you take the compound ratio, if you take the compound ratio of this ratio with itself, that is the duplicate ratio. A ratio B, if you take the compound ratio of A ratio B with itself, that will give you duplicate ratio. What will happen, sir? A into A, sir. Sir, A into A will become A square. B into B will become B square. So that's duplicate. Actually, everybody remembers like it. Sir, A ratio B, duplicate will be square. Duplicate ratio is what, sir? Square of this. So 2 ratio 4, 2 ratio 3, 2 square ratio 3 square. So now, by using your common sense, you guys only tell me what will be triplicate ratio. देखो मेरे को बताना भी नहीं है. You guys only tell me what will be triplicate ratio then of A ratio B. A ratio B, there is a ratio. What will be the triplicate ratio of A ratio B? What will be the triplicate ratio, brothers and sisters? Yes, cube. Absolutely. Absolutely correct, you guys are. So it will be, sir, A cube ratio B cube. Now, as we are, yes, absolutely. As we are doing this, let me say this on that upfront. Sir, there is something called the opposite of duplicate, that is called subduplicate ratio. Subduplicate ratio means, sir, exactly the opposite. Meaning, if there is a ratio A ratio B, subduplicate ratio will be, sir, square root of A ratio square root of B. And similarly, sir, then there shall be subtriplicate ratio as well. That is, if there is a ratio B, subtriplicate will be cube root of A ratio cube root of B. Just keep this informations in the back of your mind. पता नहीं, the thing, like there is a saying I always say, कि sir, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. पता नहीं कब दे दे. Nobody knows. They may ask you one question like from here. So again, it's better be safe than sorry. पता है, just you know, now you don't need to practice from there. You know duplicate means square, triplicate means cube, subduplicate means ulta. इतना पता है तो चल जाएगा. Nothing else. We do not need anything. Yes, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Everybody. Done. So that is where we will be ending our class. Okay. और भी कुछ questions था, but again, पता नहीं. So we'll do the remaining questions tomorrow. We have 5 classes, so don't be like, we have enough classes. And again, if 5 classes are not enough, I'll take more classes. कोई like जल्दबाजी नहीं है. But again, you see, focus on learning. Focus on learning. Focus on the learning part. Okay. For that reason, if we need to go a little slow, we will go a little slow. No worries. Absolutely no worries. सीख के चलना है. जितना भी आगे बढ़ेंगे, सीख के आगे बढ़ेंगे. Perfect. So again, thank you so much, everyone. If you have loved the session, please do rate it and give your comments, feedbacks on that section. You will see on the top right, you will have a like section where you can rate the class, the platform, the faculty, everyone, and you can give your comments for there as well, how we can improve and everything. If you have loved the class, you can like give your praises also there. So again, thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I'll see you guys again in the next class. Okay. For the, I guess, for the newer students, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and for the older students, I'll see you guys at 4 o'clock today again. Okay. And again, YouTube, the CGL mock analysis I'll do at 5 o'clock. So please be there at 5 p.m. On YouTube English Medium channel. So again, thank you so much, everyone. I'll see you guys. Bye bye. Take care, and thank you so much. Bye bye.